What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for day 7. I can believe it. We made it a week. That's easy, dude. 1 week ain't nothing. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Mike, 30 years old. I'm prepping for my very last show, my very last bodybuilding show at the end of the year. I'm gonna show you guys all the dark parts, basically, of bodybuilding while I go through prep, so you don't have to do it because I don't really recommend it, and I'm gonna show you why. But I'm gonna take all the lessons that I learned in prep because bodybuilding has taught me a lot. I'm gonna hand that over to you guys so that you can look insane like you're about to step on stage without dealing with all the pains of actually stepping on stage, getting the tan, you know, and all the other things that come along with that, which you'll see in my future content why it's so bad. But it's exciting. I'm excited. If you guys are not new to the channel and you're returning, thank you so much. Today is Sunday, June 1st. I believe that when you're seeing this, it's about 2 days old. I'm sorry. When I started this series, I had a little bit of a delay, but now we're cooking, and I have not missed since. So I upload every single day around 7 a.m.-ish, and just keeping it going. Normally, I have a workout, and I give you guys a talk, and like all these things, and it's really fun. We have a good time with it. But today is Sunday. I went to church. It was a big chore day. So honestly, because I didn't have to meal prep and I didn't have to grocery shop, I didn't have a whole lot of like little tips and tricks to show you like in real life. But I do want to continue our series tonight. And like, because I didn't work out, so there's nothing cool to look at. But I want to continue our series from last night. We talked about energy, and under the energy category, we talked about frequency. Today, under the energy category, we're gonna talk about friends and who you surround yourself with. And if you're new to the channel, don't worry, I'm gonna catch you up because we're gonna do something special tonight. I'm actually gonna show you the Miro board that I made for this presentation. Now, unfortunately, I'll be honest, it's not like the coolest thing to look at. It's a little bit boring. It's not visually stimulating. I need to add some stuff to it, but I figured it'll at least give you guys a picture of what I'm talking about because I don't anticipate this video to be super long, just very valuable. I want to give you guys value tonight. I'm not promising a huge production or anything or like a Mr. Beast video, or I'm not expecting you guys to be like, wow, those graphics were amazing. But I am expecting you to walk away like that was powerful, impactful, and I can take that advice, I can take those lessons and apply them to my life. And it didn't take that long, right? It's just what I'm learning about the daily vlogs is not every vlog is gonna be, well, one, not every vlog is gonna be perfect, and two, not every vlog is gonna be 30, 40 minutes. You know, there's gonna be some shorter ones, and probably the rest days is when it's gonna be, unless I have something really cool to show you guys. I don't wanna just show you bullshit, to be completely frank with you. I don't wanna show you bullshit. When you guys watch my videos, I want you to get value, and if you don't, then I need to adjust my strategy because that's what I'm here to do, provide value, not anything else. So I'm gonna transfer you guys onto my computer screen that I'm looking at through a Loom video. It's gonna be super cool, and I'm gonna walk you through everything. So I'll see you right here. Okay, all right, we finally figured it. It took me a while. I'm new at using Loom, and I'm new at all of this, but we got it. Okay. It's a bit weird because I'm looking at myself over here, but you guys are up there. We're going to get this. We got this. No big deal. All right, boys and girls. If any girls watch this. All right, so this is going to look really confusing at first, but here is what I was talking about before. 5 steps to no prep, right? Now we're talking about the secret ingredient we have not talked about. Survival, we have not talked about. Come over here. Iron therapy, we haven't talked about. And reconnect, we haven't talked about. This all plays into looking sick as fuck on stage. That's what this is about. But without getting on stage. We don't want to get on stage. I'm doing it one more time so you guys don't have to. And then I'm never doing it again. And you'll see exactly why. All right. What we're talking about today is energy. This is where we're at. Boom. And then the other night, last night, come over here, we talked about frequency. That was our, let me zoom out. That was our vibrations, energy, what you put into the world, collective thoughts, pool of thoughts, which ones you select. We talked about our world image and how our world is a mirror image of how you view the world, which is so true. If you guys missed this and you want to see it, it's literally day 5, day 6. It's the video before this one. I'm sorry. I've been filming so much content. I am lost in the sauce right now. It's the one before this one. The video right before this is the one that you would want to look at. Now we're going to slide over to the right here. Underneath energy. So we're still underneath energy. This is only one of the 5 steps to no prep. Energy. We're into the section of friends. And it's not a big section, so this won't take long, to be honest. It's all about who do you listen to, right? So who are you listening to? Okay, do you listen to your friends' advice? Do you listen to your parents' advice? Whose advice do you listen to? And the reason that this is so important is because I've messed up many times in my life by taking advice from people who honestly didn't have what I wanted. I didn't like what they had was stuff that I didn't want. And what I mean by that is, for example, I've always wanted to be a millionaire. I'm sure some of you have seen that video, some of you haven't. I've always wanted to be a millionaire. I don't know how to explain it. It's not, and immediately you're going to think it's about the money. It's not been about the money. I had just always wanted to be successful at a very young age. How do you show success? Well, by being wealthy. And some of you might be like, what do you mean? Wealthy is evil. Okay, don't ever think like that, number one, or you'll never have money. But number two, it's not evil. It's actually the direct proportion to how much impact I have on the economy, right? So if you see just Jeff Bezos and you're like, F that guy, he's rude, he's this, he's that, maybe, right? But he also employs like what, 6,000 people? Which means what? 6,000 people have insurance because of him. 6,000 people feed their families because of him. 6,000 people put groceries in their homes every week because of him. They have places to live because of him. They have a family to provide for because of him. They get to provide for their family at Christmas because of him. These people create so much economic value that they provide other lives inside of their dream. If Jeff Bezos didn't have a dream to run Amazon like that, then all these people that work underneath him wouldn't exist. None of that would exist. If Jeff Bezos was truly selfish, he would have done it by himself. Because you can do this. Like some of you guys don't know. You can run a small online business by yourself and honestly be a millionaire and help nobody else except for the people you sell to, right? That's not really helping the world, right? So I never understood why people look at billionaires and go, oh, they're so evil. Really, they're so evil. Elon is he's so evil. Oh man, forget this guy for employing people and giving a shit. Wow, he's so evil. Like, get off your fucking high horse. That's ridiculous. And if you think that, honestly, you got 2 options. 1, change your mindset, or 2, get out of my channel. Like, I'm not even kidding. There's no room for that. We're only winners here, not losers. And losers think like that. Losers think about scarcity. Losers don't like people that make money. Losers don't like people that make change in the world. Losers don't like leaders. Losers don't like winners. And you know what winners don't like? That's it. They don't care. They don't even care. If you want to lose, a winner doesn't care. They're not going to stop you. They're going to say, okay. If you call a winner stupid, they're going to say, sure, whatever. Next question. They don't care. It doesn't affect them. Right? Now, let me bring this all back. When I was growing up, right, keep in mind, this is what I wanted. I wanted to be wealthy. I wanted to have money. I wanted to affect people's lives in a positive way using the gifts that God has blessed me with, right? And none of that is negative and none of that's bad. But a lot of the people I was taking advice from, when I look back now, it's like, wow, they actually had an average job, had an average life, had an average wife, everything was average. And that is not saying that is a bad thing. It's just me, with my goals, shouldn't listen to someone who's capped out their goals where they're at, right? I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's just what I want. If you want to be a professional football player and you're listening to a high school gym teacher, you're screwed because that guy doesn't know any. Like, it's just not going to work. That's just it, right? And so I know that sounds dumb when you put it like that, but there's a lot of people that you care about what they say about you, they care about what they think about what you do, or you actually value their opinion. And if you would actually sit down and look at their life, you probably most times you'd be like, I actually don't want to be like that person at all. And then guess what? detach, release from them. You don't need them. What's the point, right? Why value their opinion if they're not where you want to be in your future life? Don't. And that's why this is so important. Friends in your environment, in your frequency. Guys, if you don't, this is why I'm covering this first. If you don't get this right, you cannot win. The best analogy I have, and I read this in a self-help book. I wish I could tell you which one it was so I could translate it for you guys, like you guys could read it if you wanted. But it's basically like people are like crabs in a barrel. And you'll see this. Start paying attention to these things. You'll notice it. People are like crabs in a barrel. Okay, we're all crabs in this big barrel. And you know what happens when a crab tries to crawl out of a barrel? The rest of the crabs try to bring him back in because they don't want him to leave. Now, this is I think it's a metaphor, an analogy for people because it's the same thing. When you're friends with someone and you guys you're I don't know why you're hopping, but you're hopping along. You're hopping like bunny rabbits together and you're going through to life, right? You see this in movies a lot. Guys will go to high school together, right? And they'll be like, bro, like we're such good friends. We're both going to go to Oklahoma University together or whatever, right? We're going to go, and then one friend gets accepted and one friend doesn't. Now, if the friend that doesn't get accepted is going to be like, oh, come on, dude, stay. Just come to the community college with me, bro. Like, we're friends. Like I know that you wanted to go to OU, but like you can go to the community college. I'll get my stuff together, and then we can both go to you in a couple of years. It'll be great. That sounds ridiculous, and some of you are probably screaming right now, like, don't do that. I promise you it happens every single day, right? And now the person that got accepted to OU and then stays back for a community college now just altered literally the next 50 years of their life because they wanted to hang out with a friend who, mind you, apparently they're not as ambitious as you because they didn't make it in. They didn't get accepted. Right? So now you can kind of see on a small scale how that will screw you long term forever and ever. Amen. And that's the thing. That's the thing. It's not easy to get rid of friends that hinder you or don't listen to people's advice that aren't where you want to be because they'll constantly talk shit or make you feel some type of way. Even if they don't say something, you guys know the people that like you know they didn't say anything to you. But like, let's say you show up to a party to hang out with your friends because you hadn't seen them in a couple months. You've been working on you, and you're still fighting that old self. So you're like, well, I'll go hang out with my old pals, maybe have a beer or two. I'm not going to get wild. I got stuff to do tomorrow. But I haven't seen them in a couple months, and I feel bad, right? This is usually in the transition phase when you're about to break free from people that are holding you back. And you show up, and immediately you can just tell they're just kind of acting weird. They're talking about what you're doing a little bit weird. Right? Like Andy Frisella has a great story that I love when he started out his supplement company. So if you guys don't know the story, before he started First Form, he started S2, which is an actual physical location, kind of like a GNC. This guy worked at his S2 locations for 10 years before making a solid profit. 10 years. And he always tells the story about how family used to make fun of him and be like, oh, hey, Andy, you still have that little supplement store? Well, guess what? Guess who got the last laugh? Andy now runs First Form, which is $1 billion supplement company. $1 billion supplement company. That's absolutely nuts. And for 10 years, people were shitting on him. And you know what? You know what? If you haven't looked up Andy Frisella, go ahead and look him up on Instagram. He's got a 4GT all carbon fiber. He's got Rolls Royce. He's got Bugattis. He's got Ferrari. Like, you name a car, he's got it in his garage, right? And so now what do you think family thinks when they see him pull up in that? They're pissed, right? Or they're either pissed or they're like, oh, Andy, I knew you could do it. And he knows they're full of shit. And that's the thing. And I'm not talking about, if you guys don't want to be massively successful, that's okay. It applies to having a great physique too. Why? Because 95% of people look like shit. They do. I'm not trying to be rude. It's a statistic. If 50% of America is fat, well, there's already 50% that are lazy as shit. That's already 50%. You're already in the top 50%. If you're not obese, top 50%. Boom, you already won. Crazy. It's crazy how low the bar is today. The bar is, guys, here's the bar. Here's the bar. Non-existent. Non-existent. If you can wake up on time, drink water, and eat your meals, you're gonna look better than everybody. Like, you're gonna be top 1%, the best. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if someone said, Mike, if you wake up at 4:30 and you just clock in on time, you'll be a millionaire? That's how bad people are. That's the opportunity you have to transform your physique. But listen, it's also harder than ever. And why is it harder than ever? Because there's so many people that are lazy around you. It's hard to find people around you. They're like, hey, come on, let's go. Let's work out. Let's have fun. But let's be healthy about it. We don't need to go out and get drunk. We don't need to forget who we are. We don't need to sleep around with girls. We don't need to lose God. We don't need to get into the bullshit. We need to enjoy life the way it was meant to be lived, right? Happy, healthy, socially healthy, relationships are healthy. Like, I'm promoting a good lifestyle. I'm not just saying get in good shape just to shit on fat people. That's not it at all. You should get in good shape so that you can pull your fat friends out of it. But here's the thing. If they don't want to come out of it, leave them alone, because they'll ruin your own progress. If you tell your fat friends, hey man, come on dude, come on, I will help you. I'll walk you through it. If they're not ready, if they're filling your head with bullshit, just say, you know what, stay fat. And don't be friends with them. That's the hard part. Because you're like, well, I care about them. Right, you do. But guess what? They don't care about you. And no one's going to tell you, so I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Friends that act like that do not care about you. You need to separate. Separate. Just think about your life and your physique. If you love it, keep everything the same in your life. And if you don't, something's got to change. And just know that. And then if you don't change it, just know you'll stay the same. I promise. Because I've done it. I've done it. Guys, I've had the same physique from like 2018 to 2020 without making barely any improvements. Once I switched these things, once I found this method that I'm now creating because I realized what it was that snapped me out of it, once you do that, you will win, right? So that's why it's so important. Do you listen to your friends' advice? Who are your friends? Who surrounds you? All of this is super important. What changes can you make? This is a simple one, but not an easy one. If they don't serve you and they don't support you, get rid of them. End of story, period, done. And that's it. And I'm honestly, guys, I think that I hit hard enough on that for about 14 minutes. That's tonight's lesson. That's it. That's literally all I want to talk about. It's just how important it is to have killer friends. And listen, the very sad reality of it is if you have no friends around you that are outgoing or like go-getters and they want to have a better physique, you might have to just float alone for a while. I've done it in several periods of my life. But the thing is, if you don't float alone, if you don't have that courage to do that, you'll just sink to the bottom with the rest of the shit in the world. So we all have options. Make the right ones for your future. And again, just to reiterate, these are things that work for me. You guys take all this with a grain of salt. If it doesn't fit with what you're wanting out of your life, don't listen to it. Because I want you guys to do whatever you want to do. I just want you to know, if you do this, you'll end up with this. If you do this, you end up with that. Then you can make a choice. That's it. All right, guys? So that is going to be it from me tonight. If you're not following me on Instagram already, please head over, follow me at MikeShear35. It's down below. I drop Instagram stories all day long. Little knowledge bombs, like very short ones like this. You guys can follow me along, and it's basically live because I just do it all day. And then if you have a buddy or someone that could use this channel, please send them over, have them subscribe. And if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe, because I'm just trying to provide as much value as I can. And this is only video 7 out of 200 in a row. So put your seatbelt on, boys, because we're going for a long ride. All right, guys, that concludes day 7. I'll see you on day 8, week 2.